Welcome to the Synthetic Materials Virtual Lab. As you can see by our opening picture, we're going to be looking at some worms, but not these kind of worms. How about some gummy worms? We will be making some synthetic gummy worms, and here's our materials and equipment. I have a bowl of water, 1 cup of water in the bowl. We have a measuring cup, red food coloring, measuring spoons, and if we look a little bit closer at our powders that we will be using, we have calcium chloride and sodium alginate. I have pre-mixed 1 cup of water in the bowl and 1 cup of water in the water bottle there at the top of the screen. In my half teaspoon there is my sodium alginate, and in the black container is 2 tablespoons of calcium chloride. There's my red food coloring. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 2 tablespoons of the calcium chloride, mix it with 1 cup of water, and I'm going to mix it up until it dissolves. Takes a few spins in the bowl and quite a few swirls to get it completely dissolved and mixed up. Alright, so it kind of looks like it's almost pretty much dissolved. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my water bottle, and again I have 1 cup of water, and I'm going to drop 2 drops of red food coloring in, and the food coloring is just for color so that you can see what's going on. After the food coloring, I'm going to take my half a teaspoon of sodium alginate, and I'm going to put that in the water bottle. Gonna close the lid and start shaking. Now it takes a little bit to get this dissolved and mixed in, and as you'll see at the very end, it doesn't completely dissolve. So you can kind of see right there some of it still floating, but I'm going to continue to shake it for a little while and see if I can get quite a bit of it dissolved. There will still be some residue left. So just a little FYI while I'm still shaking here, when I slid the bowl over just a little bit at the beginning of this process, after I added the calcium chloride, I noticed that the bowl was warm. Why do you think that was? Something to think about for when you get to your lab report. Alright, so almost ready here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pour it into the bowl, and I'm going to try and keep it as a steady stream as possible. I didn't do a great job, but it does the job. So I'm pouring it in, and I'm going to let it sit for about 10 seconds or so. Let's give it another second or two. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach in and I'm going to pull it out and look at what I've got. Chemical reaction occurred, and I have ooey gooey fake gummy worms. So I'm going to pull them out of the bowl here so you can get a little bit better look at it. These are not for eating purposes. So we'll give you a little bit closer view here. And I bet you never look at gummy worms the same.